What these magma... You also want to play down... Hey guys, Profe Pablo here, Spanish teacher turned Minecraft engineer. Today we are going to be making a mushroom farm. Now for those of you who are fond of the mushroom, I'm so sorry. But guess what? They're really good for meat and leather. Look. The hardest part of this build is finding the mushroom biome. But once you find that, the rest is actually pretty easy. Find the biome. Anywhere that is on the biome, build up until level 220. That's a lot of blocks. Okay, once you are there, you can crouch so that you don't fall. And actually, it might be smart to place a bucket of water down at the bottom of this pillar just in case you do. And you kind of want to see where your mushroom biome goes and build out towards that, and you're going to build out 25 blocks. Once you get to block 25, use that block and build a 5x5 platform. You'll have something that looks kind of like this. Go ahead and place down a chest. You can make that a double chest if you like. I'm just going to use a single chest. Crouch and place down 3 hoppers that go into the back of that chest. Then place 3 hoppers over here to the side that go into those hoppers. And 3 hoppers over here to this side that go into those hoppers. Now go ahead and build up a wall all around those hoppers. You will have something that looks like this. Now, because I like to see what's going on, I'm going to make the next layer mostly glass, but I want to make it look solid, so I'm going to make these 4 corners blocks. And then I'm going to add a glass row in between those blocks. Now, take your campfires, crouch, and place the campfires on top of each one of these hoppers. There's going to be a lot of smoke, that's okay. Then you're going to take a magma block, and you're going to place down magma blocks all along the edge. What these magma blocks do is they help prevent cows from getting stuck here on the edge. They will kill the mushrooms and then wash the loot down into this area. Now, if you stand up in survival, you will get burned by magma, but if you crouch, it will not burn you. Now take a solid block, come over to the middle of one of the sides and place down 8 blocks. On that 8th block, place a block because that's going to be your wall, so we're just kind of making you aware of that. And do that on all 4 sides. A friend of mine was complaining that in my builds I fly around like a fairy, so I'm trying to do this as similar to survival as possible. If you stay crouched down, it does take longer, but you're not going to fall to your death, so that's a good thing. So now you have something that looks like that. Now you need to fill in all of these so that it's one solid platform. So again, you're probably going to want to crouch down and just slowly go all the way around. Once you get the edges done, it makes it pretty easy to go quickly. After you fill in the whole platform, it will look something like this. Then you just need to extend this wall out. And then you'll need to make it 1 more row high, all the way around. If you want to be safe, you could do it from here on the inside. Or if you're an adrenaline junkie, you could do it here on the outside. Whoops! Okay, after you've built up all the walls, come over here to the corner, place down 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, so that you get this pattern, and you need to do it on each one of the corners. Now we do need to fill this thing with water. We're going to do that at the very end because when you're building this, it actually makes it harder to build if you accidentally fall in and have to swim around. Come over here to the middle, where the magma is, place down 1, 2, 3 blocks. It's hard to see because of the smoke, but I'm placing those in the middle. Then you're going to build up 1, 2, 3 more blocks. Up here we are making a platform. Now there are different ways to do this, but on this platform you can jump up, place a redstone block. On top of that redstone block, jump up, place an observer facing down. On top of that observer, jump up, place down a dispenser. From here you can build out 2 blocks this way, then 3 blocks this way, and then fill in another row of that. Right up here, we're making a very slow redstone clock. Take a sticky piston, place one there, on the side with 3, right there in the middle, and then place another one here on this side, just like that. Take a block, place it down, crouch, place a hopper going into that block, break the block, crouch, place a hopper going into that hopper. Come up here, place a comparator facing out, come over to this side, place a comparator facing out. Take blocks, place one there, and there, and there, and there, and then take redstone dust and place it on top. Do that on both sides, and then down here in one of the hoppers, place 64 items of your choice. Those can be any items. Now watch the way that this clock is going to work. As one hopper empties, this redstone block moves and causes this observer to see it, and then activates this dispenser. Now we're going to take the mycelium, I think that's what it's called, I don't know how to pronounce that. From the dispenser we're going to come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do that on all 4 sides. And then what you're going to do is connect the corners. So I have to place a block here, 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 and I have to do that all the way to the edge. And you're going to get something that looks like that. Now, if that's too confusing for you, because it is kind of confusing, instead of doing it that way, you could do it this way. This block was 7, the next row will be 6. Then the next row after that will be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you get the exact same outcome. Do that for all 4 quadrants of this platform. After that, all you have to do is put a bucket of water in this dispenser. And technically, your farm is ready. We still have to fill out this bottom part with water. But basically, this platform, once you get far enough away, Mooshrooms will start spawning here, and they will get pushed down into here, and then pushed down into the kill chamber down here. But why stop there when we can make it even more efficient? If you want to pause it and make this more efficient, go ahead and take out the bucket of water, come over here to the corner, and place down 1, 2 blocks. You can break that block, jump up, place down another block right there, then place down a piece of redstone by crouching and jumping and placing it, then place an observer. Now this is a little tricky, you might have to place some temporary blocks right here, here, jump up, crouch, place the observer facing down, just like that. And then we were putting a dispenser on top of that. Now you should be at the same level as your other platform. You can crouch and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of mycelium. Do the same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All those mushrooms look so happy. They're gonna taste so good. Take the mycelium, and you're making kind of the same pattern. You do 6 here, 5 here, 4 here, 3 here, 2 here, 1 there. And you still have a gap here where the mushrooms can fall. Take a solid block, place one here and here, and then you're going to run a row this way. You're going to run another row here on the other side. Notice that row is just outside of your edge here. Go ahead and make that 2 blocks tall. Then over here on the side, you'll also want to place down a block here, 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 and here. Do that on this side as well. And you will get something that looks like this. Go ahead and do that on all 4 corners. After doing the 4 corners, you'll get something that looks like this. Now, pick a side where this redstone block is, and run a row of stone all the way over here, almost to the edge, just one right before the edge. Then you're going to take this row and run this row all the way around, following the edge, until you reach this piece of redstone right here in the corner. Take this corner and extend it all the way to here. Take this corner, extend it, and then you take this corner and extend it as well. You're gonna have something that looks like that. Now, there is another way you could do this. You could break that back row and extend this row here. I'm just doing it this way because it's easier for me to follow. Now, you are going to take redstone, place it down, and remember, redstone can go 15 blocks without it running out of signal. So you'll be placing redstone down. I would come out all the way to the edge here. Yep, my redstone still lights up. Then on this turn, I'm going to place a repeater and extend the signal out this way. On this turn, I'm also going to place a repeater over here. Come out this way, extending the signal. Now, you're going to run out of signal before you get to the next corner. What I'd suggest is somewhere here in the middle. Go ahead and place down another repeater and just follow that pattern all the way around. Once you get to this last corner, you're done with that part of the build. Now, you'll notice that mushrooms could walk off of this block here and fall down in here, and then they could be stuck here on the edge. That hasn't been too big of an issue. They'll either despawn or they'll walk off the edge. But if that does bother you, you could break this, make sure that there's no block here so that they fall straight down. Break this redstone, place down a block, place down redstone dust on top of that block, and then place a redstone torch here. Again, that's only if that gap bothers you. Now let's come up here and place a bucket of water in each one of these. Now, ideally, you'll want some platforms full and some platforms empty at the same time, kind of like this, where they're alternating. That might not be the case, so you might have to pull out your bucket of water, put it back in until they're alternating. The reason is you always want there to be a platform where the mushrooms can spawn. Now it's time for the kill chamber. I mean the cook chamber. Break these middle blocks all the way up to the platform. And this part I'm actually going to do in survival mode so that you can see how it's done. You just need 2 buckets of water. You place one there, in a corner, skip a block, place one there, grab from the middle, skip a block, place one there, grab from the middle, And you do that all the way around. That way you don't have to have an infinite water source. You kind of create your own by building this build. Okay, your water should come right up to the edge. You'll notice it's kind of this cool gray color. Do that on all sides. Then come over to each corner and place down a bucket of water. You kind of don't even need the bucket of water in the corners, but just to make it uniform, it's fine. Then you come back over to where you started, and I like to go ahead and build up the rest of my blocks so that I can see what's going on in my farm. Just high enough so that I can see the platforms. You'll see Mooshrooms spawn. They usually spawn 4 at a time. They get pushed off, and they go down into that center chamber. If you have trouble with Mooshroom spawning, close the game and reopen it. That usually resets it. Now, to get up here, you're going to need either a Elytra or something. I'm going to go ahead and build a water elevator. But first, let me make some guardrails here. You can use a fence or whatever you like. I'm going to take a wall and run this wall all the way this way. This is why we need guardrails. Okay, now I won't fall off the ledge when I come check my chest. And I could make this as easy as a ladder that comes up to the top. You just kind of build a platform out so that you can walk around to the other side. Or you could break this, put down a trapdoor, and then put a ladder all the way down. But I like to make water elevators for stuff like this. So what I'm going to do is break these blocks, place some blocks here on the side, just like this. Take 2 buttons, place one here and here. So you have something that looks like this. And then you will need water if you're doing this in survival, but you jump back down to the bottom. And then build all the way back up to the top. And when I mean the top, I mean all the way to the top where you're going to stand to watch your farm. Jump back down, build all the way back up to the top again, and do that one more time, jumping all the way down. Okay, once you're back here at the top, take a bucket of water, place it in the middle. Now I'm gonna go ahead and build out a platform here for me to stand and AFK. Yeah, how do you like that for an AFK booth? So now I can come up here and safely watch my farm. I don't have to worry about phantoms because I have a roof over my head. And I can swim down here anytime I want. Come over and get my beef. Now the only thing is, that's a long swim all the way to the bottom. Even if you have respiration 3, that's still a long way, so what we're going to do is come back down to the bottom. Probably should have done this a while ago, but it would be smart to make kind of like a swimming pool area where you can jump down into. Come over here. Place down 3 blocks at the beginning, just like this. Carve out those 2 blocks. Place down 2 buttons. Grab a couple stacks of kelp and plant them all the way up to the top. If you don't have respiration 3, you'll need it. And actually, don't go all the way up to the top. Just go up to level 220. Because you'll remember at 220, this is where our first platform is. Now what that kelp does is it makes all of those source blocks. So I'm actually going to have to break here so I can make a little walkway for me to get back to my swimming pool. Come down to the bottom, break your kelp, and place down soul sand. What that does is it makes you able to breathe in this tube, and it pushes you up all the way automatically. Now you see, I actually went 1 too high. If that happens, go ahead and place down a block, and then break it. That way you stop right here at this entrance. And then the rest of the way, you could just swim up to this top platform to AFK, and then swim down here when you want to get your meat. And then obviously I made a little path back here. To get back down, you jump, aim your crosshair right where the water is, and you will be fine. As you can see over here from my other build, Mooshrooms sometimes make it over here to the edges, but they usually walk off, despawn, or walk into the kill chamber. I hope you guys enjoyed this Mooshroom farm build. As always, thanks for watching.